Wow! Hi, Ottawa! I made it! I don't know if any of you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, or I had quite an ordeal getting here. But, you know, I beat Friday the 13th.
Marvel wouldn't let you bring the bus here?
The bus blew up.
Oh, that's right.
Just so you know.
Spoilers.
Now it's the Zephyr.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you have a Quinjet, I think, catches right on top.
Yeah.
See, I know things.
You know, there's nowhere to land the Zephyr at Ottawa Airport.
It's a shame. We'll work on that for next year. Probably.
There is the craziest echo. Are you guys hearing the echo? Echo. Is it bad? Is it hard to hear? No? Okay, so it's just me.
And me. We'll deal. We'll roll with it. So welcome to Ottawa. You enjoying Ottawa so far? Have you had a chance to see any of the city, or has it just been con?
I saw the frickin' tulips.
Yeah.
Wow. Who plants all those? The one guy.
He's very
Good
busy.
job, man.
It's a well-earned vacation here at the con for you, sir. Good job. I see we already have some people lined up for questions. We're going to start right over here.
Wait, I don't want to talk to them.
All right, well, then, over here then. I know this guy. Trust me, you want to start over here. This guy is... I love you, Lee.
First of all, are you guys excited about the season finale? 2-hour season finale next Tuesday. Wait, do you guys get it on Tuesday too, right? You guys gonna cry. I'm sorry. We cried so much at our table read. Not me, no, of course.
I was already crying in the last episode with the scene with you and the still lashed out body.
I know. And he didn't convert back to Blair Underwood, so I was really crying. Just one last moment with Blair. Yeah, that was very tragic. And who knows, he might come back as in flashback scenes. Marvel, you never really die. So, should we go with questions already?
Let's why not? If there's anything you want to discuss before we get to
Okay, let's go with questions.
So Brett Dalton at Pop Expo announced that he was going to be releasing a rock album with all the Hydra members. If you have to release a rock album to compete with this, what's it going to be called and what's your title track?
I'm no angel! Yeah, that'll be the title track.
I would buy that album. All right, Lee, what you got for us?
Hey, Jason. So I guess he just touched on it a second ago. When Brent was here a couple of months ago, he literally came up and said, by the way, the finale, the one episode coming up next, you're going to cry, you're not going to believe what happened. And you sort of just alluded to that. So I'm going to tweak my question and go with the bigger universe of Marvel where everyone's tying everything in. You have Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Avengers, the movies, everything like that. Where do you see S.H.I.E.L.D's place in that going forward, and your place? Have they talked about where you're going to tie into it?
No. It's very interesting, you know, even though we're all connected in some way, the cinematic universe of Marvel versus television is more separated in certain aspects. I would love to be in any of the movies because I'm a huge fan. Has anyone seen Civil War? I mean, how good was that? That was so insane. And every time I was like, God, I wish I was in this movie. So there's a very selfish, like, geek girl desire to be part of that world. I really think it's just a matter of how the storylines unfold and if our characters would serve the stories of the Avengers, because right now S.H.I.E.L.D. is still underground. And right now the Avengers still don't know about Coulson being alive. So there's all these other aspects, and it would be great if they melded the two, because I know my 10-year-old boy would love it.
Does Clark Gregg ever brag about that? Like, I was in an Avengers movie on set.
You were?
No, was Clark Gregg ever walking around set saying, I was in one? I got to be in one of them.
Yeah, but he got killed. No, just so, yeah, it's true. He did have several movies, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you alluded to earlier, getting killed in the Marvel Universe, not that big a deal at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Next question over here. Starfleet Santa Claus?
Not quite. I was wondering, how much warning do you guys get of upcoming plots? For instance, when May and Ward were a thing, did you know that Brett was going to become the big baddie of the series?
No. That was a huge reveal for the cast. They actually gathered us together, the producers and the writers, and we went to one of the actors' trailers, and they handed out these red redacted script, these pages. And so only the cast and some of the key producers knew about Ward becoming Hydra. And that was a big secret. And it's been like that over and over again. Our writers are very sadistic.
Which brings us to a point about the secrecy that surrounds sort of the Marvel universe and the NDAs and everything like that. Just like, remember when you're asking your questions that our guest is very limited in what she can say about what has not yet aired, right? So we don't want to get you in any kind of trouble.
Yeah, the writers really don't tell us anything because they don't want us to kind of put our 2 cents in, I guess. Which we tend to do anyways. Hi.
Hi, big fan of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, with the news from the ABC upfronts just come out that they're not going ahead with Marvel's Most Wanted. Yeah.
I know.
So...
The only thing is that I hope in that case, Adrian and Nick Blood, Adrian Palicki and Nick Blood can come back and play with us in our playground. So, right? I love those two so much, and it you know, it's almost like hearing bad news from a family member. So when we got that news, I was actually very surprised because I had heard like a lot of great things about it. So yeah, maybe they'll come back and play with us.
Well, you just answered my question without my asking my question.
Because we're connected. We're so connected.
Okay, I'm a little scared now. I'm gonna go.
That was another scene I cried during The Spy's Goodbye. It was the Spy Goodbye scene with Adrian and Nick.
Yes.
Welcome to Ottawa. I've been a fan of yours since your ER days.
Thank you.
And I noticed that with playing May, how serious and tough you are all the time. I was just wondering if you're thinking of doing something like your co-star Clark Gregg and get out and do some lip sync
I
battle.
could do it right now. What's he doing? What was he thinking? He was twerking in like the mini shorts. It was unbelievable. Did you guys all see that? It was so amazing. No, I would never do that.
Thank you.
Hi. I also love doing ER. My question's actually not Marvel related. So I'm sure everybody here is aware that you did some voice acting work, and I wanted to kind of ask you what your experience was like with voice acting.
I love voice acting because I'm generally a little bit on the lazy side. No, I'm just kidding. But I love voice acting because I can go in and not worry about if I'm bloated that day, you know, or whether I have a pimple on my face. It's just about the purity of acting with the voice. And it's so amazing, the collaboration. Mulan took 3 years of recording because they kept writing it, rewriting it, and I'd come in and do a session with them. And then they would go off and do the animation, and they'd come back and we would do more. So it was a very collaborative effort, and I think from beginning to end, it was a 5-year project for the producers. So, and I'm very proud of being Mulan, and it makes me so happy whenever I hear how she inspired or, you know, motivated young girls and boys. It's pretty cool. And she's ageless.
Hi. Do you like kicking ass in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D?
You want me to show you? Because I can kick your ass right now. Well, she's like probably, you know, a double black belt in karate. Just whoop me. I love it. I really do. It's not only satisfying to play a strong female role, but it's so good for your, you know, for your cardio. Just because a lot of my fight scenes, I have to work anywhere from 10 to 17 hours doing those fight scenes. And so I get a really good workout.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now come here so I can kick your ass.
So not too long ago, you took to Twitter with some very negative emotions about the whole Ghost in the Shell movie situation. My question for you is just basically, do you see any hope in Hollywood to get rid of the whitewashing?
For those who, you know, just to clarify, there's been a constant trend of casting Caucasian actors, and sometimes really very white Caucasians, in essentially Asian roles, whether it's in a book, whether it's based on an animation or other characters. And I find that trend a little disheartening because I've been in this business for like 30 years and I feel like it's taken so many steps backwards. And it's just not fair. You know, it's like if someone has $5 only in their pocket and there's a billionaire, if you take that $1 away from the person who only has $5, it means a lot to that person, as opposed to the billionaire. You could take $10,000 away from him, and he wouldn't notice, $100,000. So that's how I equate roles. You know, the Asian actors don't get a lot of roles, and to constantly be whitewashing it is just not giving a chance. So I hope that trend stops, and I'm glad that conversation is out there.
Thank you.
Hi.
You alluded to this earlier when you talked about what they did about the Grant Ward situation and the NDAs and Marvel, and how Marvel has all their information on lockdown. So what happens when you're filming weeks or months out in advance of Captain America coming out? How do they handle that? You can waffle on this.
Right. We just don't say anything. I mean, even when we're taking pictures on set, I have to know when I can post those pictures. It always has to be after, you know, the show airs or the episode's been out for a while. You know, because they're listening. Trust me, Marvel is listening. So yeah, we always have to be very aware. And you know what, for me, being a fan, I don't like spoilers. And so I appreciate that we all buckle down and we don't say anything, and you know, because it's more fun. Like what's gonna happen next Tuesday? You don't know, but I do.
Hi, my name's Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
I was asking, I know Melinda May, she's a badass in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was wondering if you did most of your stunts, or was it a stunt double?
I do about 80% of my stunts. Thank you. And I'm always amazed, like even when Jen, she put together this montage, and sometimes I look back on some of the old fight scenes, and it kind of astounds me that I've learned so much about stunt fighting, because that's a whole art form in itself, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm just glad I could do it. I just don't do the dangerous stuff like running into walls and falling from high places, because I still got to go to work the next day.
Well, thank you. I was just wondering because Melinda May is my favorite character. So.
Thank you. I'll beat your ass later on too. Hi.
Moving away from your ass-kicking character to a more bureaucratic one, I really loved your performance in Stargate Universe.
Thank you.
And I've heard that on the other Stargate sets, for example, it tended to be a lot of fun. That show was so much darker in tone. I'm wondering if you had if you could share a bit about what it was like on the set for that. And specifically, I was wondering, there was at least 1 or 2 episodes where your character was in the body of a quadriplegic. And I'm wondering if you had anything to say about challenges of having to act, but restricted as you were.
It's all really challenging when you're doing things that you don't normally do, like not smiling as Agent May. It's crazy hard. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Stargate Universe was a really dark show, and the only way that we handle all that intensity is to have a great time and laugh and just enjoy each other's company in between the takes. So our set was wonderful. We had an incredible cast and wonderful producers and writers and directors. And I love Vancouver. Vancouver is another wonderful Canadian city. And I think what was lovely about that show was that we were so enclosed a lot of times on the set. It was just the ship, the Destiny. And playing the quadriplegic, it makes me so appreciative that we are able to, have our mobility and be able to do the things that we take for granted every day. Because when you play a character like that, you just start to realize how trying it is, not to be able to even feed yourself. So that was an honor, and I think anyone who suffers from those handicaps, they're brave, wonderful, strong people to deal with that every day. So, you're welcome.
How often do you get a script and you say, oh, I got this in 1 take, and how often do you say, oh my god, this will take 50 takes?
Depends on who's directing. Seriously. I think the only time that I really felt the pressure was doing the May versus May fight. Because on top of having to do and learn both sides of a long fight scene and having to fight in lingerie and a dress, I had to learn to ballroom dance. So that script in particular I remember kind of freaking out about. Because we only get the script like 2 or 3 days before we actually shoot it. So that's all the prep time we have. I mean, you should see Clark and I, we were like on this battleship because we were shooting the previous episode, and we were on this battleship learning how to ballroom dance in between takes. It was insane.
2 or 3 days notice, that's it?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. just got way more impressive than it already was.
Yeah. And we only take 8 days, maybe 9 days to shoot each episode. So, you know, those movies ain't got nothing on us. Yeah. We do 22 episodes every year, and trust me, it's intense. Yeah, we're like crawling on our hands and knees with bleeding knees, like getting to the finish line.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The Joy Luck Club put you on the map for a lot of us, including my wife and I. It's a pretty important movie for children of immigrants.
Yes.
But then looking from then until even now, you've had a lot of really strong female role models almost. Is that something you've actively searched for in your career?
I've just been really fortunate to have these characters come my way, and you know, no, not really. I'm a wuss in real life, so no, I'm not. I'm actually badass. But I'm very appreciative of it, and I think as I do more of them, you know, the casting people or directors, they see me that way. But I actually have a movie that came out this weekend called The Darkness. It's with Kevin Bacon and Paul Reiser, and it's a horror movie. But I have a small part in it, but she cries. So if you ever get a chance, try to catch that movie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, so I've been a fan of Mulan since I was a kid, and Agent May is my favorite one. I was surprised to learn we're both the same person. So I was wondering for Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D, which character you would like in the Marvel Universe to do a cameo on the show, because we've seen Peggy Carter up to now, and so, like...
Well, we've had, you know, we've had Lady Sith and Director Fury and a bunch of others. Sitwell has been on the show, and you know, everybody knows how much I love Thor at this point. So maybe I should go into the cinematic universe and save him instead. So nice. I give him mouth to mouth. You know. Pound on his chest. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I went away for a little bit. You're back.
Yeah.
Hi.
You touched briefly on the trials and travails of being an Asian actor. So I was wondering whether Chloe was specifically chosen because she is half Chinese, or was that just added after they cast her, or what?
Yeah, you know, the interesting thing is I don't think either me or Chloe were chosen specifically just because we're Asian. Although Marissa Tancherone, who's Thai, and one of our executive producers, and oh my God, just the most inspiring badass woman. You know, she might have had a hand in it, but I know with my part, it wasn't specifically written Asian at the time. In fact, her character's name in the pilot episode was Agent Althea Rice. Rice. So when they cast me, Marissa actually said, I think we need to change the character's name. And the same thing with Chloe. I think it's just because they saw something in her performance that, you know, eventually got her to be Skye at the time. But I'm glad that she's cast because she's awesome. Hi.
Hi. I had a very serious question that I think everyone here wants to know. Team Captain America or Team Iron Man?
Wow. Now that I've seen the movie, I have to still say Team Captain. with both of them too in other movies, so it's kind of weird. Hi.
Hi. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you get about your co-actors?
I hate them. They just get on my nerves. I wish it was a one-woman show, frankly.
I'd still watch.
No, I absolutely love my cast. It's really, truly one of the most blessed set. Everybody is funny. Everybody just works really, really hard and completely professional. Our crew is incredible. And I think it trickles down from the top because our executive producers, Jeff Bell, Jeff Loeb, Marissa Taschereau, Jed Whedon, they are the most incredible bosses in the world, and I think it trickles down to everyone else. Yeah, I love going to work. You're welcome. Hi.
Hi, welcome to Ottawa, first off.
Thank you.
My question is, what is your favorite part of working on the set of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D?
Everything.
Favorite?
I think more, as the season has progressed, I really love the storylines and how each character has been developed and changes, and there's so many surprises. But going to work every day, I mean, I go to work looking like a drowned rat. Seriously. I come out of my shower, usually I have 5 a.m. calls, and so I'm up by 3:30, 4 a.m., and I shower and I go to work with wet hair and no makeup and sweatpants, and they Humpty Dumpty me back to, Agent May. So it's pretty cool. No, I love everything about it. And being a geek girl, every time we're doing like special effects stuff with Mark Kolpak and his team, it is absolutely the coolest because he makes us do crazy things that we have no idea why we're doing it until we see the final product. It's pretty amazing, because he'll be like, okay, now I want you to imagine like you are jumping off a train and the parachute is like blows behind and you're just gonna go like that. And you're like, okay, weird. Or sometimes I'll sit in just a cockpit chair and he'll be like, okay, now just pretend you're doing some stuff and you're maneuvering and you're looking and now there's zero gravity and you're being sucked into he'll just describe all this stuff and we imagine it and we play it out. It's like being a kid. I get paid to be a kid. It's awesome.
I was wondering, if the chance were to ever arise, would you try to be Chun-Li again?
Not with that hairdo. Sure, why not? Chun-Li, the later years. I don't know, yeah. Sure. Maybe a better script, but yeah. You know what I always say about Street Fighter is a great drinking movie. I'm honest.
Hi. So Luke Mitchell has been posting quite a few photos of you asleep backstage. Have you caught any of your other co-stars in awkward situations?
She's going to be looking for them now, I think.
Yeah, not like that. Awkward situations? No, not really. It's really fun. I do take naps, real quick cat naps. I need to, when you're working those long hours. And at my age, oh God, I love those naps. Yeah. But everyone should take naps. It's very, very healthy for you. That's thank you, Jason. All right, hold on. Woo!
We should do all the panels this way.
We should. This is nice. Yeah. Yeah, actually I'm writing a lifestyle book called Whenever, and naps, there's a whole chapter about that in there. It's really, really healthy for you, so.
Hi.
Hi.
If asked, would you ever want to be part of a live-action Mulan movie?
I do. I seriously do, and I'll be really, really sad if they don't ask me to at least make a cameo. Yeah. No, I really hope, you know, for the sake of the fans and for myself and just the continuity of, you know, having been been Mulan for 20 years, because I do a lot of other stuff. There was a Mulan 2 that was out, and Disney Infinity, so I'm always doing something with Mulan, and that would be a great culmination. Thank you.
Hi, I was just wondering what episode this season was your favorite film?
Wait, what?
What episode this season was your favorite one to film?
Oh, to film, okay. I was like, what? I didn't understand. Episode this season. Ooh, it's hard to say. There were so many fun episodes.
Can you distinguish episode to episode, or do they all just kind of bleed together as one big thing?
Sometimes they do. It's, you know, because we're working so rapidly and trying to keep all the storylines straight that it does become kind of one blur thing. But I loved working with Blair as Andrew Lash, only because he's my college buddy, and you know, we started off together with the big dreams to be actors, working professional actors, and after we graduated from Carnegie Mellon, we never had a chance actually to work together. You know, we were always friends, we stayed in touch, but so to actually have him play my husband or ex-husband and be on the set for all those episodes, it was a lot of fun for us, and we felt like, you know, our dreams have come true, and it was a very special reunion for us.
Thank you.
And he's still so hot. Hi.
First, let me say how impressed I am that you do 80% of your own stunts.
That's my mom. My mom. No, I'm just kidding. If you just did it with an Asian accent, it would have been perfect.
I'll try to work on that. Have there been any injuries, or have you inflicted injury accidentally on any of your co-workers during any of the fight scenes?
Yeah, there's always, you know, the potential for injury, because we have to learn the fight scene so quickly, we have to, you know, do them quickly, and I remember definitely the black and blues, but when I did May versus May, I actually didn't duck in time because we'd been working like 16 hours and, you know, we were all tired. So I didn't duck in time during one of the takes, and the stunt woman who played the other May actually clocked me in the head, and my teeth rattled together, and I actually chipped a couple of teeth in the front. So that was pretty cool. You know, I was like spitting out my teeth. It was cool. Yeah.
Hi. This is a two-part question. So I was wondering, what is your biggest fear, and do you think Agent May would actually share the same fear?
My biggest fear, talking in front of a live audience. Really, I'm peeing in my pants right now. My biggest fear, well, I mean, I know what my biggest fear is as Ming, you know, if anything happened to my children, that would be my biggest fear. And in a way, with May, that is her biggest concern too, because, you know, Sky and Fitzsimmons, and she really takes them into her life as her children. So she's always very protective of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Isn't that sweet? I would just lie. I don't care about my kids. Why do you think I'm here? I'm trying to get away from them.
You can't open this water bottle.
have you seen Jamie Chung's version in Once Upon a Time, and what do you think?
I think I saw an episode, two episodes of it. Yeah, and then I heard that they had turned Mulan into a lesbian, which is fine. I mean, they have the artistic license, but you know, it doesn't really quite serve. But they do that with the whole show, like all the characters go in all these crazy different directions. So it's kind of fun, you know. She could be bi, right? Why not? Are you Little Mermaid? Let's do the princess wave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can do princess wave too.
Okay.
I'm going to steal a real quick second question. So, without backstory, I am not caught up to where you were saying for spoiler for next week with everything that's happened. So, in a world where spoilers are impossible to avoid almost these days with Facebook and everything like that, can you be my spoiler and catch me up to where I need to be? I've just seen the castle get attacked, and May jumps out and does all her stuff, and that's where I'm in. That's where I am, so go.
No, when you say castle gets attacked, that's actually Game of Thrones. It's an entirely different show. Lee, go back, go sit down, Lee.
So, fourth thing, and they're destroying the air defense, and that's where I am.
Well, good for you.
Usually I'm more diligent by this point, but
Well, I'm a little bit unimpressed at you as a fan right now. I mean, come on, catch up, man. We already shot it. I'm just kidding. No, but just go enjoy. You don't want spoilers.
So, okay, I'll open up Facebook and get it. Okay, thank you.
Hey, so to this day, a bunch of 24-year-old guys, my friends, will sit around and still sing "Make a Man Out of You" while we're all drinking. So thank you for that.
I like that while you're all drinking. Make a drunken man out of you.
Now, what has been the most satisfying moment in your career?
Right here, answering your question. It's all been so much fun. You know, I count my blessings all the time. And first of all, as an actor, to just get a job is always a blessing, and I'm always on a high with that. And the fact that for so many years I've continuously worked, it's the best job in the world. It's what I love to do, and I'm just really thankful that I get to do it. You know, and then the fact that I've been Mulan, and I've been Agent May, and hopefully in a Star Wars film one day. That would be my ultimate, like, high, is just to be in a Star Wars movie.
Start writing letters. Let's make this happen.
There's what, two more?
Oh, they're making spin-off films too, though.
Yes, it's true. So
Lots of opportunity.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hello. When you voiced Mulan, I was wondering, did you sing the songs as well?
No, the wonderful Lea Salonga. She sang the songs. Yes. She has, I mean, it was wonderful that they found someone who is so incredibly talented and now my friend, and that matches my speaking voice. And I mean, I can sing, but I can't sing like Lea. That's for sure. She's incredible. So.
You sing those songs in the shower, though, sometimes?
I can sing. I'm no angel. my new rock album.
Today.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome to be a rock star. Who doesn't want to be a rock star, right? Everyone in this room. You all wanted to be a rock star at one point or another, right? I mean, who doesn't? Oh God, that would be so cool.
I think we all want to be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Come on, Emma! Come out to LA.
Who's that over here?
Hello?
Hi.
I want to know, can you actually break cinder blocks with your fingertips?
Negative.
I was really hopeful, so...
Yeah, no, that was a nice prop. Looked good though, didn't it?
We're in the final couple of minutes. We're going to have to wrap things up.
Oh, thank you.
Very
Thank you
soon.
for all these amazing questions. Thank you for sitting in with me for 45 minutes. I love Ottawa. I love you guys. Come say hi. And thank you so much for supporting the show and for being fans. I'm willing to travel 12 hours because it's such an incredible joy for me to share, a few moments with you guys. So thank you.
2-hour season finale on Tuesday.
Yes, season finale. And you'll cry. That's all I can say.
We've been duly warned. We'll all sit and watch together and cry together, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ming-Na Wen, everybody.